You know, it's very easy to take the idea of Star Wars and turn it into a game. Yeah, you have like 6 movies to choose from, the expanding universe, all that.
You could even take a whole movie and make a game out of it. Or again, you could even fit a game in between two parts of the movies.
Or you could even just use the Star Wars universe and make a spin-off that has absolutely nothing to do with the movies themselves.
Plus, there's like 90 plus, or nearly 90 Star Wars games made from the franchise. So to be able to cover them all would be very difficult, near impossible. But I will tell you my top 3.
So, to cap it all off, can you guess what the very first ever licensed Star Wars game was?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, if you want to find out, just stay tuned to the end of this episode.
As fun as this game is, what I like best about it is the story. LucasArts took a real chance on this game and used it to tell one of the most important stories set between the movies. It fits nicely between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and fills you in on how the rebellion campaign against Empire was so successful. You play as Dash Rendar, a bounty hunter. It also tells a story about Dash's clash with Boba Fett as you try to rescue Princess Leia. The gameplay was original at the time, as it was one of the first ever first-person shooters on the Nintendo 64, and it is never too long, as it was broken up with the odd space battles and race sequences. One thing looking back at this game that hasn't aged is the music. Unlike the graphics, the music has remained fresh and exciting as it adjusts between the mood and energy of the environment. Great game, and it definitely sits comfortably as number 3.
Okay, I know you all want to see Gamester 81's number 2 game, but we're going to jump in for a second here and take you through a classic Mega CD game.
Rebel Assault.
Released in 1993 to the US market and early 94 to other regions, Rebel Assault was the first CD-ROM game published by LucasArts, and was first released originally on the PC, followed by future releases after that on the Sega CD, 3DO, and then the Mac. Now, to be honest, this game has been considered by other reviewers to be neither highly original nor sophisticated in its gameplay, but we loved it. It was quite innovative how it featured digitized footage, original movie scores, and full speech with character voiceovers. Star Wars Rebel Assault for the Sega CD flew onto the system with 3D style graphics and included digitized movie scenes from Episode 4, plus new scenes made specifically for this game, and a complete Star Wars soundtrack as well by John Williams, featuring the standout Star Wars tunes that we've all come to know and love. Now, players get to control various Star Wars vehicles in this game, like the classic X-Wing, as you go up against Darth Vader and the evil Imperial Army. The game isn't without its flaws, of course, but for the time, it's a great game to look back on to see how games begun their life using the then new CD-ROM technology. Now it's back to Gamester 81.
Now my second favorite Star Wars game was Super Star Wars on the Super Nintendo. This game was made by JVC and distributed by LucasArts. Even if this game wasn't based on Star Wars, it would have been a great pickup purely for the fantastic run and gun action. Fortunately, it was a Star Wars game, and that was just icing on the cake. It was one of the third-party Super Nintendo games that really gave the Genesis a run for its money at the time. It had parallax scrolling and mode-7 driving style, which really, the graphics blew me away. The story itself does follow the New Hope storyboard fairly well, and you can play as Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, or Chewbacca. The only thing I didn't really like about this game, to be quite honest with you, was the fact you couldn't run and fire at the same time. Overall, though, this game was great with graphics, music, all the above, and the Force was strong with this one.
This pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
The Force fights with me!
Get on those gun turrets! to me.
All Republic forces, pull back!
It is too late to retreat, Admiral. There is no escape for us. You are strong, child, but I will break you.
I'll never fall to the dark side.
This is but a taste of the dark side.
Knights of the Old Republic, or KOTOR, as it is also known, is an RPG that was developed by BioWare and produced by LucasArts in 2003, exclusive to the original Microsoft Xbox. It is a game that actually based on the gameplay style of Dungeons & Dragons. The game takes place 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire. Darth Malak, a Dark Lord of the Sith, and Dark Raven, former apprentice, has sent a Sith fleet against the forces of the Republic. You start off the game by creating your characters and choose your Jedi class. The game begins in a Republic ship that is being attacked by Malak's forces. Your character has lost all the memory and needs to discover pieces from the past, and also at the same time tries to defeat Malak's Sith forces. For me, personally, Knights of the Old Republic really set the standard for how Star Wars games should be. The music really fit the game a lot great. Graphics were great. The fact that there was a lot of voiceovers in this game, I believe, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, I really believe that you'll enjoy this game. These two games are must-have for the Xbox. That is why this is my number one pick. Okay, so did anyone get this question at the start? Well, those of you who did will know. Released by board game maker Parker Brothers, The Empire Strikes Back is a fantastic Defender clone where you strap yourself in to help the rebels escape, just like the scene at Hoth.
As you drive round in a snow speeder, one by one you take down the AT-ATs. Not by running a wire around their legs, but by shooting them over and over and over again. A total of 48, yes, 48 shots are needed just to take down one Imperial Walker. Or, if you're quick with your fingers, you can wait for the weak spot to reveal and then take them down in one glorious shot.
It's pretty easy to get knocked down though. It's as simple as being shot too often or just running straight into the body of the Imperial Walkers. But with that said, it's just as easy to recharge too. So simple, just safely land your speeder. So as you can see, it's overall a really well planned game and incredibly well executed. And although the graphics aren't that much to look at now, I must say the gameplay is incredibly immersive.
Guys, I could talk forever about Star Wars. Absolutely love it, and it was great riding on the Falcon with you guys. Once in a lifetime opportunity, it really is. But my wife's at home, and she would definitely use the dark side on me and kill me if I didn't make it home for dinner. So I should probably bring that back.
That's cool, man. Grab the escape pod on the way out.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Thanks.
I'll just prep it.
Awesome trip, hey. This has been just awesome.
At its moments.
Had its boring moments too, mind you.
I gotta be honest, mate. Space is a pretty boring place.
Can be.
Especially when there's no beer on board.
There isn't even. Let's go home and have some beer. Hey?
Yeah, I'm over this. Let's go home.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think it's time to go home. Yeah, beer time. It's beer o'clock.
Yeah.
Get off my plane.
Alright, man, alright, we're going. Jeez, relax. Go eat a donut or something.
Perhaps you shouldn't have left your bloody keys in the ignition, huh?
Park something like that in the middle of nowhere, and what do you
can go to
expect people
7-Eleven.
to do unbelievable? You know?
Donut boy! Anyway, what are we doing now?
I reckon we'll go home and have another beer.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yep.
How about this way, yeah? Or this way?
This way.
This way.
What a day!
That's awesome.
Oh, mate, that was great.
What a day.
That's when our Lils fell and she was a bit crook, eh? So, oh, Chuck, check it out.
Oh, not again.
Whoa.